try this again. Walking bass lines on guitar. So we're going to talk about walking a bass line over a 1-6-2-5 progression. So you would need to know your C major scale. Which would be, and you're going to need to know your C major scale kind of all over the guitar. So we're going to do this situation here. There we go. Okay, so again, we're going to talk about a 1-6-2-5 progression and how to walk a bass line over it. So you'd want to start with just diatonically, know how to walk a bass line. So we're talking 2 beats per chord. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you could even go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And we'll start just diatonically. So you'd want to create your bass line. And you can just use the notes of the scale. To walk your bass line. So we can start with, we can even do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that would be our bass line. Then we'll add our chords. So we're back to our C chord. So we can do our C chord here, here. We can do a couple different ways, and we can start to move this around. And as the chords start to change, we can start to alter our bass line a little bit. So we can start with, or we can even do something fully diatonic. So we don't have to go, right? We got a few different options. We could go, and just, I'm literally staying in this box. So be, and now we can do something a little more stepwise. So we go. And then now we can start to add in some passing tones. So we're going to step outside the scale a little bit and do things like this. So we can go. And now we can approach our last chord by either the half step below or a whole step above, or even sometimes a half step above. So those would be your neighbor tones. So there's your tonic. That would be a neighbor tone, and that would be a neighbor tone. You have to get familiar with your scale, get familiar with your modes. So we have something like that. And then we can start to mix it up and maybe do a 3-6-2-5. So we could have, and that's fully diatonic. And then now stepping outside a little bit. And now I could even go, sorry. And then I can do that fully diatonic too. So the bass line is, and And then, or also I could change it to. So just knowing how to walk a bass line also really helps. So say if you have a 2-5-1 progression, how many ways could you walk from 2 to 5 to 1, right? So we could go. Right, so D minor, chromatic up to the G7, and then stepwise down to the C. And then when you get into things like blues, you're going to want to know your modes. You're going to want to know, say, your Mixolydian scale. Your Mixolydian mode, or whatever you want to call it. But again, we started with a bass line with just a 1-6-2-5, right? And then now just a 2-5-1 with 4 beats for each chord. C, D minor, G, and then stepwise using a chromatic passing tones to get from G to C. So you could, and that's why I was doing things where you can walk up the neck. So the and then the next step would be a tune like Autumn Leaves. So you have A minor to D7, G major 7, C major 7, F sharp half diminished, B7, E minor. And you can connect those chords in a bunch of great ways. So we can also oops, screw that. Mess it up. But if you just take even just the first 8 bars of Autumn Leaves, there's a ton of ways you can start walking bass lines over that. So you can do this motion where you have A minor to D, and then walk back down. And then the fun part is if you can do melodies at the same time. I am watching the chat, but I got a lot of people talking about Careless Whisper, Careless Whisper, all kinds of weird stuff happening in the chat. So yeah, I see the chat. I'm purposefully ignoring it because it doesn't seem useful to what I'm talking about. So that's why. So thank you for the clarification. Thank you, Zoe the Punk. I had a video where I did this, where I was walking and I was doing a blues. It was just a short video, but someone said do a lesson. I thought, might as well try and talk about it. So if you want to slow that down, this will be uploaded. Anywho, well, I hope this was somewhat useful. Maybe not. Kind of rambling. Maybe not helpful at all. I don't know. But hopefully that helps a little bit. I don't know. It may not. Who knows? But it helps being a bass player first. You can probably see the bass back here. I was a bass player, kind of before playing guitar, so I knew how to walk bass lines. So you're going to want to know your arpeggios. Well, thank you. Thank you, Zelda Punk. So you're going to want to know your arpeggios too, and that's a way you can start to connect the chords and start to see where you can, where your roots and fifths are, and how, like I said, Autumn Leaves, it really is one of the best ones. Learn to walk a bass line over Autumn Leaves, and you can walk a bass line over anything. And learn to connect the chords, you can start it with diatonically, and then with arpeggio. So you can start it with just roots and fifths, right? Arpeggios, and then arpeggios with passing tones, right? So A minor, D7, G, C, diatonic, and then F sharp, B, E, passing tones, and then just passing tones the whole way. Hang on, I'll leave that again. One more time. I should probably not rush through it. I screwed that up though. It should be, yeah, it should be that from the F sharp. So you can just walk all. All right, that's all for today. Peace out. Hopefully it's helpful. Hopefully it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know. Music. How long have you played an instrument? I've been playing music for 20-something years. I don't know. 27 years, I guess. So, it takes a little bit of time. Embody this stuff. Learn, love, live. Tell your mom you love her. Hug your friends. Tell your friends and family that you love them. And I do have a Patreon, and I can, we can converse there. It's very cheap. I'd be happy to talk to you there. You can get to early access to all the music I release, more resources, and yeah. All right. And stream my music on Spotify. It's all instrumental. I'm a composer, and I've got a bunch of instrumental music out. You might like it. Bunch of music on this page. Bunch of shorts. I have like 800 and something videos. So, peace.